Welcome back to the channel. Another solo video. Levi is still in Colorado elk hunting with his brother, so it's just me today. So it's just me today. Almost 7 months pregnant. The guys don't get back for another week. We're getting really close to dipping into the 30s at night. Winter comes quick in Alaska, and if there's one piece of advice everyone here will give you, it's that you need to be preparing for winter all summer. With us staying here, there's 2 cabins to heat. Granted, the little cabin probably won't take anywhere near as much firewood to keep warm this winter. It's just so small. The wood stove we bought for it is a little smaller. We'll be taking that with us to our next cabin, so we were pretty excited to buy it. Picked up this wood stove for the little cabin. It's an Ashley stove. We got it at Spinards. It's for a 1,200 square foot cabin, so it's a little big for this 200 square foot cabin, but it's about as small as it gets without being like a camp stove. And this is going to keep us really warm all winter. We'll probably be opening a lot of windows, really. I think once we're out of it, they'll just be putting a propane heater in there. Where the pipe for that wood stove is takes up half the cabin, which makes it really hard to use. We've pretty much been working on getting firewood this whole time. We still have a long ways to go. We probably want this completely full all the way out. It was pretty much empty when we started, so we have gotten a long ways. Luckily, these woods have plenty of dead spruce. Not a lot of dead birch that we've seen, at least standing. Most of those are already laying down, which means they're already pretty rotten. Something I'm really not used to is a lot of this firewood, it sits out here and it gets moldy, and I'm not used to mold. Everything gets moldy so easily, so that's been a big adjustment for me. They're not really letting me do a lot of chainsawing. I would usually be helping split the wood and everything, but I'm not a ton of help this year. When they get back, I know they're gonna spend quite a bit of time just focused on the firewood. We did pick ourselves up a cabin building tool, if you will. Partial toy, partial tool. We had a tractor back in Colorado, and we were super bummed to have to sell it because we couldn't bring it on the road. It's gonna help us so much with building the cabin. It's got forks on the front, lifting logs, putting a driveway in. I'll let Levi talk about it when he gets back. He's the professional. Considering how cold it's been getting, the garden is still going pretty strong. I've got a few carrots left that we didn't pick to see if they would get bigger. The onions are falling over. They look really ready, so I'll probably pick those today. Potatoes, I will wait till the tops start to die a bit more. That's the way I would always do it in Colorado, and it worked fine. Rhubarb looks, it's starting to get unhappy. It's getting these spots. I don't really know what that is, so I'm not sure if I should use it or if I should just call it for the winter. Lemon balm is super happy. I'm not sure how to overwinter that, but I definitely want to because I just never believed how crazy big it would get. Pepper plant, I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer since it finally had some peppers, a couple little vegetables out of it. All of this stuff, I'm probably just gonna go under the camper, kind of along the camper with it for the winter. It will all be reused at our next property next year. We're big potato eaters, so I'll definitely plant a lot of potatoes, probably just rows in the ground. And I want to do some lettuces and stuff like that. It's supposed to grow pretty well here. Our neighbor's always sending us home with salad stuff, and salads while we're building a cabin sounds pretty good to me. I pulled 4. I'd really like to save a bunch of these for seed for next year for our own property, so I want to make sure I'm doing it right to store them all winter. While I'm super excited to move out of the camper and into the little cabin, it is going to be a lot less space in there, so we're not going to move in until Levi gets back and can get some shelves up. The camper is going to have to be winterized. That's a whole other story. But all of this is going to get just totally wrapped up, sealed up. Slide out will come in. Awning obviously will come in. And we'll just keep snow off of it as snow comes. Potential spam. I was hoping it was Levi. They're going after a big elk today, so I'm waiting to hear from him. Soon this camper will be behind us until next summer when we're building our cabin. This will be our winter home. I don't have a great tour ready for you as I move stuff around. We've been working really hard. This started as a sauna. The original owners built, there was a wall in the middle with a big old barrel stove on one side that was all sauna with the fancy bench and everything.
This powers that light above your head. That's the one that goes upstairs.
All of that got torn out. It was kind of like a bathhouse vibe to it. Levi's parents don't really care for the sauna, so why keep it? For them in the long term, it makes more sense to have this as a guest cabin. It'll be turning into our little home this winter, and then we should be done with a cabin and everything at our property before next winter. At least a shell, a wood stove, and a bed. That's honestly all I need. After this winter, they'll turn this into a guest cabin. Levi's worked super hard on this space. Painted the floors so that we're not damaging them all winter, coming in and out with the dogs, tearing down all that sauna stuff. I got the wood stove installed actually just in time for my parents to visit, which was cool, so they could have this space to themselves while they were here. Once we get some shelves up and everything, we'll be able to make it a little more homey, make it make a little more sense. Everything is going to be makeshift this winter, but I'm all about it. We're excited for it. Snow machines are a super important tool we got. We, at the in-laws place, are past winter road maintenance, so we will be snow machining in and out as soon as there's too much snow to drive on.
It's kind of more of a utility sled. Hoping, probably not this winter with the baby on the way, but hoping in the future to do some trapping. And we live past winter road maintenance, so this is gonna be our only transportation in the winter. And rumor has it Alaskan winter, it's pretty long, so we thought it would be worth it.
Very nice. So something besides storing them something besides storing them without the lids that I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap it up there. We appreciate every single viewer as always. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for hopefully some moose hunting and definitely some cabin building.